Oh, I play guitar and keys.
I'm Tyler, I play guitar.
Joe, I sing.
Yeah, let's get it.
Okay, so you guys talked kind of about going after what you want and a lot of like positivity, so is that kind of where the name of the band is?
Most definitely, yeah. We wanted a name that was going to be really representative of like us as people, and as well, I guess most importantly, like what we're trying to present musically. It definitely fits, and it also like fits in with like a culture that we feel like we represent as well. And it's like this blending of like the up and coming, like I guess you could everywhere between like the hot topic thing to like those super things, kind of bridge that gap in a positive way.
For people who don't know you, if you want to describe your music.
Our music. How would we begin to do that?
I mean, genre-wise, it's easy. I would say like pop rock with a real like electronic and sometimes hip hop feel or influence. But like message-wise, yeah, like back to the first question, I think that is what separates us a lot is our message. I think, you know, a lot of people have positive things to say. I think ours just shoots to be a little bit more inspirational. It's more like, you know, do what, you know, ultimately I think we want people to inspire people to like do what they want to do and find a way to make it work, because you can, especially these days. You can make your way through the world, do whatever you want, you just gotta work.
Why did each of you start to write or perform music?
Me personally, I got into it because kids, bored, didn't know what to do, liked music, so yeah, wanted to follow in our heroes' footsteps, you know.
I didn't make the basketball team, so I started playing guitar. I'm too short.
I just always listen to music, always just really a big fan of everything. And whenever I get into something, I like really get into it. So when I started like the bands, I went out and bought all their DVDs and all their CDs and like did all the investigative work, like what record labels they were on. And just kind of like got really interested in the music industry and kind of saw myself fitting in somehow. Just didn't really know how for a while and kind of felt things out musically, and I feel like it kind of worked out.
And who or what are some of your musical influences?
Many. Unfortunately, over the years, we've all just become more like just appreciators in general of the arts. Like, I mean, musical arts or various, you know, like visual arts or whatever. Like, we have a love and a passion, I think, individually for everything, and for different reasons. But I think that maybe is part of why our music, especially as of lately, has been sounding the way it sounds, which is really great, and something that I think everyone's really satisfied with. So as influences, I mean, I don't know, I'd be skeptical to give you like specific. I think we all have very different things, I guess is all I'm saying.
I will say though, like kind of like not something, but we've been working like a lot of new stuff lately, and so it's kind of this kind of question kind of fresh in my head. You know, you're looking for inspiration as you go and write new material, and a lot of the stuff we just draw on our childhood and how our childhood like plays into who we are today. A lot of it is based on like old cartoons I used to watch, old movies I've always just loved, and things of that nature. And again, how that's reflected in us today. And I feel like as our new music starts to surface, people are going to see that, and I'm interested to see what they think of these influences.
Do you think being from Ohio is like helped or hurt you in any way? You kind of see how like mixing bands.
I think the easy answer is yes. I think that it's like hard to picture what we would be like coming from somewhere else, you know, because I mean, for better or for worse, your environment plays an incredibly huge role in who you are and who you know, become. And I mean, personally, I've learned to appreciate Ohio to death. Like, you know, you grow up somewhere and you're like, oh, my town sucks, I want to move to whatever the cool town is, you know, and like, and just being in a field where like I travel a lot and I see a lot of cities, like every city has something great to offer, but we've also been to like places that aren't as great as where you're from, and it makes you really appreciate where you're from. So personally, you know, I might have had a younger, more naive attitude before, and not that I'm that old, but it's like I've come to appreciate where I'm from so much, you know, that it's like I love being on the road, but when someone's like, you know, it's over, you gotta go home for a little bit, I'm like, home, you know, it's always home. So Dayton has absolutely played a crucial role. it has a really strong music scene. I hope that we are a contributing factor to that. You know, like I hope it just keeps going.
Yeah, some people don't really see like being a musician as your typical real career, but I know you guys work incredibly hard and everything. So, what are some kind of important lessons that you've learned along the way?
Lessons? I don't learn them. I don't learn my mistakes.
You just make mistakes.
We're trying to be professional adults while at the same time never really growing up. For what it's worth, I mean, we're all going to change. We're all going to experience new things. You just got to treat it. You know, it's like innate though. It's like if it's something you want to do, then you don't have to convince yourself you want to do it. You know, it's like I don't know. None of us played guitar because someone like held a gun to our head. You know, like we wanted to play guitar, and as that you know progressed, like we wanted to form a band. As that progressed, we were thinking, you know, life's like way too short not to, you know, do something crazy with it. You know, and so like I didn't, you know. I guess that's what it comes down to. It's like, yeah, just if it's something you want to do, you'll find a way to make it work. You know, because you can, especially these days. I know I already said that, but everything's out there these days. You know, everything's connected. You know, small businesses are trumping large businesses, and it's all DIY these days. So it's like,
especially with like music, you know what I mean, and like it being one of those careers. It's such an odd paradox that we're in the music industry. In many ways, those are complete opposite things. Literally, that's something I struggle with every day of my life. Because again, it is my business, but I do consider myself an artist. It's a give and take, and it's like finding that balance, and in what ways you can make up, you know, like in lost ways. Like, I don't know. There'll be times when, you know, the business side of it, you know, the suits behind you, whether it be the label, there's people that, you know, you have that just inform you on things. They'll have ideas of what are going to get for you marketing-wise, but maybe that doesn't represent you well as an artist. So you just really have to figure out ways to always keep that balance and keep it real at the end of the day. Because that's what works out best on both ends, is that fact that you're real. That is the most artistic thing, and I think in the end, marketing-wise, business-wise, that's what will outsell anything else. Because it is good.
Gotta be honest, you know.
And so how is it being signed to Fearless?
It's great. They're awesome people.
I think as time progresses, we're experiencing more and more what they're capable of, and I think that's got me really excited because, you know, I thought things were good a year ago, but things are excellent now, you know, so I can't wait to see a year from now, and, you know, I'm very excited.
And are you all excited to record this?
That's all we talk about.
That's the question.
You start recording this week, right?
I mean, tell her, how many songs do we have?
13 at least.
Well, I mean, we have
30 songs. We have 30 songs.
Yeah, we wrote 30 songs for the record. I mean, 30 songs that we've already recorded. We have many more things that became other songs or scratched or whatever, but we had it down to 30. The other day we narrowed it down, you know, even more. So we're gonna hopefully record more than we need, and then be even more selective, you know.
For the record, since the camera's rolling, I will do everything in my power to make sure kids hear all of those songs. Whether they make the record or not, like those songs exist, and that means something. You know what I mean? Like, we don't slack on any songs. Those songs are ever written for scratch. If we wrote it for a reason. So a record will come out whenever it comes out. Maybe before that, and I'm sure well after that, be expecting song after song after song. We're sitting on a lot of them right now. But it's cool. I think kids deserve to hear it.
Part of our long-term plan.
So are there any like changes that you guys have noticed either in your music or yourselves since kind of going through the process of like writing digital spaces to
Definitely. When we wrote our EP, a lot of those songs were written like as soon as we became a band. It was so fresh, and things were moving really quickly. I know it's kind of like a honeymoon phase. Like whatever happens. You know what I mean? And we were cool with it as time goes by, as you settle in with, you know, the business side of things and what works. You kind of weed out the things that are inefficient. We have a writing process now that's a lot more concrete. Just kind of figure out role playing. We kind of figure out what role everyone kind of plays, and just make the process a lot more smoother. Especially specifically with the songwriting as well, how songs specifically come about and things of that nature. We know what to do on, we know what we're good at, we know what we're not good at, and we're really just trying to hone in on that. Whether it be for this record or next record, just constantly getting better at doing that.